Good morning, friends. This is Jeff Arcos. Welcome again to the daily webinar. Today we are Friday, 16th of November, 2019. Remind you this webinar is not meant to be a financial advice. This is only an education presentation. Please consider time and condition before you continue and when you're receiving this recording as well. Thank God for another day into my life and I pray His blessings to that in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, my friends, let's have a look at what has been happened this week. And just try to find the best way. 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think it is 5. There it is. Open. All right, so this is where we are on Friday. We started the week with the New Zealand Canadian, which is on the top list of the marketplace for the first days around. Then broke, and there we are. So whatever is happening now, we got such a good winning position. New Zealand yen is the second one. We did have break. The market came back to the midline of the downtrend, and there it is running quite nice. And again, Euro New Zealand weekly is down. The market breaks that consolidation from last week, and yeah, it's going in the right direction. Pound New Zealand weekly was down. That was the entry. The market comes back to the lows of resistance, and then now is flying from these levels. New Zealand Swiss, and the same. And that it is running market pulse on Monday, and then took off from that position over there. We got here New Zealand, US, and same thing. Market pulls back to the midline, and from there just took off and again. And that's the New Zealand group. Australian, New Zealand, US more. So it seems like all of these did quite okay. Why is number 4 over there? Didn't click number 4. All right. Australian yen is right here. Market came back very strong, went up, and there we are. Euro Australia. We got that position there. The market came back to the midline, picked the order, and then went. Pound Australia, we're looking for short. We did have a loss over there. I'm not sorry, that's the entry. So this is a different currency. Market comes back to the midline, and from that moment, that it is. So, and now we finish. It just touched the 250 pip level, and this time managed to take the order with 430 pips altogether. Then we got Australian Swiss market retrace, came back, I have a loss first, and then now it's running in a direction. Australian US weekly was not that quite good, interesting. I lost 54 pips first, and then when the market breaks from there, I look to trade from that level, and there it is. Tell you, I'm enjoying manual trading. Don't know why. More than the EAs that we can come up at the end of the day, but look, everything is good. So let's have a look now. This one. Watch list number 2, and So we start with Australia and New Zealand. Entered at the beginning of the week because we were in the 1 hour time frame, changed it to the 4 hours. Got a stop out, but then back again entry, and now still it looks like it's going in my direction. US Canadian, now we look in the lower list where probabilities are not much like it, and yeah, so there it is not doing very much. For me, it looks like setting up a level of resistance for Monday for next week over there, but we'll see. Canadian Swiss got a stop over there and then didn't re-enter, and the market has come back anyway. Would it be a stop out at the end of the day, but nothing major. Pound Canadian didn't like the way it was, and look, this is why, you know, when that I think that was my disappointment before, when I used to do the um, the weekly candle close setups. I didn't understand why here didn't work. Why, but now with the watch list is a completely different story. Euro Canadian, I did along as it was suggesting us over there. So this one's, can went up, came back to the midline, and this is see what happened. Not much hope. Canadian yen, we're looking to go short. I did the pullback and came up the market and stopped me out on the break even. That's fine. This one got 2 losses for the week, and that's okay. That's part of the trading. Swiss yen, I didn't put much. Oh, I did a trade or somewhere over there, but I got a stop out at the same time because of I moved the stop loss quickly. I was not that sure. The number was not that great anyway. Pound yen, didn't do nothing. Euro yen, I put at a sell order as the market was quite sort of negative, came over here. So the moment I'm still playing that, but let's see if that is gonna work or no. Euro US weekly down, pull back, enter the order. Now this is where I am. So maybe we'll see what happened tonight. Euro pound, I didn't do nothing about it. And pound US, my first loss 21 pips, and after that, yeah, this is not much that I could do. I could maybe trade around there, but I decided not to. I did have such a good trade. Same with the pound Swiss, came back over there and then forget about it. Then I could have, sort of, if I would have used that one there, I would have been triggered over there, my stop loss over here, and I would have survived that thing. So that's what I mean. Sometimes we need to give a space to these currencies to move. Without that, these whipsaws can really, put us into confusion time. So then US Swiss, same thing. And I didn't do much with this one. I put a trade over there, got a stop out on the break even, as you can see over here. And we finished our week. How was this week? You tell me. The dollar came back over here. That was the yesterday entry. Put the entry, and that it is. And I don't know, as I say, how long we're gonna continue looking this and see the amount of times these things works. That it's just incredible. I think we got something that can really set us for the rest of our life. Um, After 5 years of been testing this strategy, I have no doubt that if I focus on the weekly candle close, especially coming out of the watch list number one, the positive balance will be. This is another week with a positive balance. We have done August, September, October, November. We're already in front. So, so yeah. So especially with the EAs that we're coming. Now, something interesting is here, as I say, the table works. It's nice when it works, but it's not when it's not working over there. And like last week, we didn't have any retracement whatsoever, but we need to maybe consider the breakout with the Donchen. Um, and this is gonna be good. Now we look at, for example, New Zealand this weekend and again. So Monday we did have a retracement. So we cannot avoid this one anyway. We still need to get our hands into that. Like I said, when um, GMT are doing something greater than what I have over here, it will amaze us, all of us, what he has. If my system would be very modestly said is a 70% accuracy. With the technology of shame, it will become 80 to 85. I don't want to put numbers very high because that's gonna look very scary. But yeah. So anyway, so those things coming, and yeah. So when the daily does not retrace, we will have other meters that will tell us, okay, now is the time, um, and we will have a good yeah, good thing anyway. All right, so Monday this was the day then the New Zealand retrace. So let's have a look a little bit of, we need to learn from this week what had happened. And so Monday was the 12th. This kind, my goodness, without my glasses I'm very 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 very, very put something clear. I can see there. So Monday was the 12th. So according to the table, Monday was the 12th. So New Zealand Canadian would be the first one to have a look. And here we are. So if we're using the Donching EA, we just connected, and that's it. Now, if we're using the pivot E8, the pivot E8 would draw a line over there and try the breakout. So that's the other EA that Shane is doing. So that how simple it would be. Whether you do 4 hours, 1 hour, Sunday and Monday come, beautiful retracement, stop loss, entry target, it will be exactly the same results as well. Now, if we got that the daily moving, the weekly EA would it trigger as a trade right in that retracement, and would it be running as towards with the 5 moving average. So it will be a completely success. Then we got the New Zealand yen according to the order that we have in our list, and that was the retracement. So here we aiming whether the market breaks or comes back to the midline. In this case, sometimes if 31 is too much, you can start playing up with the numbers. But I'm gonna just leave it the way it is. I don't know whether 21 in the 4 hours could be something good. One thing I don't like, because here would it trigger me there and would it stop me out over there, and that's why I prefer to keep um, this way like that. It looks quite more conservative, and that it is. So the market comes over here, clicks over there. We got our stop loss in place, and that is the market running from that level. Euro news, and then if we're looking here, New Zealand yen. Oh no, that's not New Zealand yen. It's this one. So that it is. So the EA will look for the the connection of that, and it would be trading the breakout anyway from that level over here. On here would be right over there, the entry, and actually we do have that one there, New Zealand yen. Let me see what it is. Yeah, so somewhere over there, market breaks. Now, it's the end of the week. Definitely can save my entry. looking where the target it is. I can manipulate as much as I can of as I want him over there. So we just not depending of what the settings saying over there. But look, the 3 EAs would have done very, very well. Euro New Zealand would be the next one. And right over here, we got a consolidation. The market comes over there and it breaks from that level, and we already see what and it's running, still running until now. And yeah, so that would be there. If we're looking with this one, Euro New Zealand, there it is. Would be a line over there drawing. We're looking to go short. The market breaks, and that it is. It's nothing that we can do about this. Here, market breaks, and the same thing I did with this one. What are you? Market breaks is going there. So today, this is my trailing stop. So at the end of the day, I'm already in a safe position. I can put it whatever I'm wanting anyway. Maybe it's coming towards that. It's Friday. I want to get out of the trade, and I can come and do those adjustments. Or otherwise, you can leave that one there running. Once you are on a break even, worry about with this E8. I guess you're looking for the long terms. That 1,000 pip level is actually a quite nice level to finish, and yeah, we can leave it over there. The beautiful, once you got a winning positions, you you can relax after that, and this is the one of the keys I believe into this. Then we got pound New Zealand. Pound New Zealand is over there. If I look from here, that was the entry as well, and pound New Zealand is running. We got a little bit of gap over there. Pound New Zealand, yeah, I don't know why the gap is happening there, but same thing if we're looking into our chats. Pound New Zealand, that was there. So the breaks from there. And if I move my stop loss, get a stop out, get the first profit, but the pullback again over there. So it would be no problem for this EA to grab from there. So and there we are. So yeah, that's the gap that I have. Now this, because this one is different than this is the 31, same as but that's price action, so there's not much they can do from so that's 31 as well. So this the Donchin who follows the price over there. New Zealand Swiss would be there. That's the retracement we're looking. So in this case, we aiming for the market to come down or breaks. So it would takes a few days more before it breaks, and that sometimes could be a bit slow, but nothing that we can do about it. That's trading. But with this one, it would draw a line over there. It tried the breaks. So this is why I said, that these other options CAs, it will be an incredible tool because we got the right currencies anyway in our list in our favor, and from there, there is nothing more that we can do. It's just, this E8 actually we can just set and forget because we with this one we just say this is the direction we want it, and that's it, and then walk away from there and let it happen. Whatever is gonna happen, it will happen. So same with that with this one. Beautiful setup over here, nice retracement, and there it is running over there. I don't know if you're very excited, but I am because this is going to be one of that incredibles systems, and especially with these guys, that and these guys are you know they have all the experience on robotics and EAs and everything, and yeah, and look, the once you get well, these guys actually say that if you want to be part of their trading competitions, you're welcome. And yeah, so they have a lot of offer to us. Richard said, which EA would like the most? Honestly, the manual trading EA. That's the one I like. So with me, because it gives me something to do. Imagine if I don't do this, what am I gonna do? Nah, what am I gonna do? My wife would have more chores for me to do, and I don't want to do that. All right, so I prefer trading. So that's the New Zealand US market comes over there. Right over there, this is one of the good things with this EA that we can actually sometimes wait for a signal to come down. And right over there, we can decide and say, okay, now I'm going to be putting that trade. This one was from last week, but here, connect the trade over there, stop loss far away, and then there it is. And it's running. And has hardly any settings over there. So it's not much that you can do to mess up. It's just follow the watch list. The watch list is one of the biggest breakthrough that I really have at the moment. So that's why I'm very excited over there, and that's it. So that's one of the things that we're looking right there. Could be there. Then the Canadian return, but with the Canadian, we only did have apart from the New Zealand Canadian, we already see is the Australian Canadian over here. So if we're looking now, the next day, no, the Sunday, Monday, sorry, Sunday, Monday over there. And if I look there, the Australian Canadian, there it is. So it's feeling that. Come on, behave. Now it's playing up. And there it is, Australian Canadian. So you put the trigger. We don't know what's going to happen. We do have a mandatory retracement, and from there we go. And then the other ones we know that they are knowing the different strengths. And then a friend of mine said that you can develop an EA for the house chores. Would be nice, huh? And yeah, so that would be the only one opportunity. And then it came. Sorry, Tuesday it was the one. So that was correct. Sorry, that it is. So Canadian was weak. Tuesday became strong, which is showing up. And Australian, Canadian, New Zealand, Canadian already running, but the Australian, Canadian, it was right over there. So I don't know if I put it in here. Aussie cat, yes, of course, but I put it on Monday without waiting the retracement. So I was holding, 51 pips of retracement, but here would be nice. So this is what one of the things I like with this EA that we can wait for the daily retracement. And sometimes, as I say to you, we can take, if we don't have a retracement, remember that we say this is higher than the previous ones, this higher is than the previous, but when we have a lower than the previous, here we can connect the EA. So if the index meter does not give us that retracement, here could be a very good level, because I missed all these trades of the news last week because I was waiting for this day. But this day sometimes don't happen. But I can take it a daily low for us a retracement as well. And that's or sometimes just put the EA to like I did on Monday, and that's it. Because sometimes even not the daily retrace like that. So that's the, I guess with the group number one, we can take that risk, that just set up in Monday and let it go. So sometimes will happen, sometimes it don't, but nothing that we can do about it from there. All right. Australia did have from Monday and Tuesday retracement before it went strong. So if I look at Australia there, so Australian yen would be one of the first one to look at my list. And there it is, the market. That was when it says, set the E8 into place, which I did. The market comes strong and it went up. So now I can move in there. So that's it. So that's how it can become that we was 2 days. We don't know there was 2 days. We have the 1 day and we just. But the beautiful thing is this E8 is that it plays with bigger stops, looking the probabilities in our direction, because that's sometimes this can be very peaceful way of trading, especially having the 5 moving average as a um, break wall for any major losses over there. With this one, Australian yen. So we're looking to go long. The EA will wait for another point to draw the line. If the point is not there, it will not trade. So, and here would we take that dip and trade from that from that dip over there. And that would be fine, to do that trade from there. And then finally we have this one. We're looking at Australian yen, and that it is. So we look in the midline, and yes, I got a loss over here, but then here, that's what the part of V8, it will not trade after that. So if that happened over there, that's just would a little, once we are below the midline, both will not work, because this one will be will trade maybe here when the market breaks and comes back to the line, or things like that. But if we go that far down, I maybe say no, I don't want to try from there. So, but yeah, that's there. Australian yen, Euro Australia. Okay, 3 more minutes and then finish. So that is the retracement on there. So here the only thing we do is put the EA. I measured. Okay, if it is 120 pips, it's 120 pips. I can play with this one, at least the midline of that it has to be. So once the market triggers over there, 120 holds, and this become my trailing stop, and then there it is. If I'm waiting for the market to come back to the midline, here it would be triggered, and then goes that direction over there. Euro Australia, and that it is. So here probably the pivot will come up before the fractal, and that would be the trade. If that one get it, and then if I move my stop manually, get a stop out, the next trade would be there. And that's it. So very, very simple stuff, my friends, and very exciting over there. So here we got the retracement. Every time retracement, just put that one there and let that one run. Is the only thing we can do. This one comes from last week, and as you see, you can even you can leave this one that is about to get his target from that to here, 300 pips. I can't complain. My friend, it's been a nice time to be this week with you, and wish you nice weekend, relaxing weekend. And we see you on Monday if God's will. And yeah, so nothing more that we can say. Take care of yourself and have a nice weekend. Cheers and bye.